The boy is a genius. Before graduating from the university, he was robbed by major companies.
There's a $400,000 starting salary.
Corner office.
Shares in the company.
In the face of such attractive conditions, the boy refused without thinking, because his interest is not to make money. These men received an anonymous message saying that this is the only chance in your life. Driven by curiosity, he walked into a bar and a beard flower white old man is waiting for him. His old man's name is Walter. He is the boss of a salvage company. Not long ago, he salvaged an ancient treasure chest in the Spanish Sea. It is said that there are 3 coins in it. The coordinates on it point to the priceless treasure buried by a pirate in the 16th century. The search and rescue personnel risked their lives to salvage the treasure chest. But before they could celebrate, they were surrounded by the Spanish maritime police in the name of the state. They confiscated the treasure chest and locked it into the underground vault of the Bank of Spain, which is one of the most difficult buildings to invade on Earth. Every inch of space inside is covered by cameras and sensors. Any unauthorized action will lead to the rapid shooting of 15 guards inside. Diagonally opposite is the headquarters of the Spanish Army, and 500 guard troops are on standby. Even more tricky, the security director of the bank is the former chief of the Spanish anti-terrorism force. The means are quite cool. This is not over. The vault under the bank is the most difficult part. In the future, it will be built in the 1870s. Its structure and working principle have been an unsolved mystery. It was called a miracle of engineering by the media at that time. And the boy is a genius majoring in engineering. The reason why the wife found him is to use the boy the clever brain stole the treasure box from the mysterious treasury. The wife put a ticket to Madrid on the table and turned away without waiting for the boy's reply.
Who's calling?
The old man was so confident because she knew that the boy was the same kind of person as him. They enjoyed the process of challenging the impossible, and wealth was only the result. It was not surprising that the boy was so confident he got on the plane and came to Spain. At this time, old man has formed a top team. Mai is a peerless thief. She diverts her attention by beauty. In an instant, the little commander is empty-handed. He is a member of the former Marine Corps to escort the action, while the bald man is a local know-how. He can get anything. Finally, Brother Beard is a top hacker. He can hack all the security systems.
Of truth.
The plan is like this. The first step is to make preliminary preparations. First, send a person disguised as a cleaner to sneak into the bank and scan the structure of the vault directly above the vault with a magnetic scanner for analysis. Secondly, opening the vault requires 2 keys and the fingerprint of the supervisor. These 2 tasks are not simple. They are the key to entering the vault. Fortunately, they have divine thieves. Mai, she is a top thief, pretending to be an art expert and entering the safest bank in the world. First, she passes the coffee in her hand to the side by shaking hands with people. The security supervisor quickly takes it. Then Mai goes to the long office, installs the coffee cup stained with fingerprints, takes out the ultraviolet light and starts to quickly scan the famous paintings.
Recording.
Stop. Pretend you have seen something in the picture.
Think he's going to steal words? That's pediatrics. Her goal is to record the fast scanning action of Mai by the bank's safest vault hacker mustache, and then play the surveillance video replacing the bank at 0.1 times the speed. In 1 to 2.5 minutes, she had to find the safe and paste something similar to a stethoscope. Soon the safe was opened. Mai took out the key inside for holographic stimulation as like as 2 peas in the 3D. The Mai will be able to get rid of the key. This is the governor's push door to come in less. The wit of Mai is resolved by the president.
This has to do with your coming exhibit.
I cannot please the artist.
But the bigger crisis is to go on like this for 2 minutes and half to the governor who suddenly appears in the monitoring. It will definitely arouse suspicion. All under Mai's command. The commander kept retreating and finally withdrew at the last second. On the other side, the boy disguised as a cleaner entered the conference room monitoring the square. He hid under the table. took out the force instrument and began to scan the structure of the vault. But just half of the people came in for a meeting. The boy panicked and would be exposed sooner or later. At this time, several documents fell on the ground and the magnetic force was stuck. Big energy would trigger an alarm. However, it was too late to think about it. He decided to put all his eggs in one basket. The bank immediately entered a state of alert. Everyone was summoned to the hall, and the army quickly surrounded the bank. Mai had no time to put the second key stolen by Mai back in place, so she had to retreat with him. Now only the boy is in the blind area of vision. Mai threw the key down while people are not paying attention. The boy answered it steadily, then he quickly ran upstairs and put the key back into the safe. At this time, a card came up.
Joder, qué susto. Hostias, ¿qué pasa? Con los cascos no me había enterado de la movida.
Card. The boy's authentic Spanish didn't arouse the guard's suspicion. Even Laos was surprised by his intelligence, calmness and language talent.
Dumb balls.
Although the security supervisor thought there was a problem with the alarm, he had to put it in the safe because nothing was lost after someone went out. They finally got 2 keys and the structure of the vault. But it's strange that some parts of the structure are fuzzy and can't focus. The boy is worthy of being the strongest brain. He soon thought that these fuzzy parts should be all water. Originally, there is a huge water storage tank on the vault. As long as someone enters illegally, it will open the gate and drain the water to drown the thieves alive. The next key is to crack the trigger mechanism of the mechanism, which was built more than 70 years ago. At that time, there was no infrared and motion sensor. The boy thought of the answer again. The answer could only be the weight. Sure enough, there was a huge weighing scale at the bottom of the vault. As long as there was a little weight change, it would trigger the mechanism. How could he enter the vault and take what they wanted without changing the weight? This problem bothered him for a long time, or many days after that. When he went to the bar to relax, he got the inspiration by chance. Then the boy took the balance and put a glass of water on it. The meter showed an index. Then he sprayed nitrogen into the balance. The next moment was to witness the miracle. The rapidly cooling nitrogen froze the balance and temporarily lost its function. After all the problems were solved, the old man decided to take action in 4 days. Because that day happened to be South Africa in the World Cup finals. Countless people will watch the game on the big screen outside the bank. This is the best time for them to start. A group of desperate flying thieves choose to sneak into the safest bank in the world on the day of the World Cup finals. Because then all monitoring devices will face the fans watching the ball in the street, which provides a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for the thieves. But they only have 105 minutes. The third time of a ball game is to enter the bank from the glass dome. With the help of Brother Cozy of the hacker, he escaped the guards and moved along the ventilation duct to the vault. It was not easy to come to the entrance of the vault. The huge gap in front blocked their steps. There were 46 minutes left before the expected time. Handsome guy turned out 2 folding ladders from his bag and stretched them together. Then he built them at both ends into a simple building. The bridge was not strong enough after all. Handsome guy loosened when he climbed halfway. When he was a former Marine, he jumped and grabbed the boy's hand. The 3 finally stood outside the vault. Mai and the boy took out a key respectively. Handsome guy put on fake fingerprints and opened the vault gate. There were treasure boxes salvaged from the seabed, but none of them dared to move forward next, because there is a huge balance under the vault. As long as there is a little change in weight, it will trigger. The mechanism is that the bald man is fully armed and sprays Chenguin's nitrogen into the base of the vault. As long as the rapid cooling can make the balance temporarily fail. The bald man has sprayed 50 cans. The whole base has frosted, and the floor of the vault has not changed at all. There are still 20 minutes left. Yayoshiwai said now it was too late to give up. And when they turned to leave, the cold air came out of the floor, formed ice and spread. The boy carefully walked in and stood in the middle of the vault without triggering the mechanism. But there was little time for them. The 3 quickly searched the box for the baby of Laos. Soon, Mai got the treasure box and was about to leave. At this time, he was stopped by Handsome Guy. He took out his gun and forced Mai to hand it in out of the treasure chest. No one thought that Yayoshiwai was an insider. At this time, the ice began to melt, and the balance gradually restored its function, triggering the alarm. It was really difficult to fly. When you became an army and rushed into the bank through the crowd watching the ball at the same time, a large amount of water automatically opened through the gate of the wall, and a large amount of water poured in from all directions. Yoshiwa was a master diver. He took off his clothes and swam out of the gate. Only the boy and Mai were left. They were about to be submerged by the flood. At a critical juncture, however, the brain was running fast. There must be a mechanism to stop water injection. Otherwise the vault would explode. Suddenly he thought of something and asked Brother Ball to put the nitrogen tank on the balance. The key point was still 2 words. As long as the weight of the vault was large enough, the mechanism would stop injection. Brother Bald hurriedly put it on the balance. A nitrogen tank was pressed on the heaven and even set on it. Then the gate was closed. When the safety supervisor rushed to the vault, there was no one and no body. It turned out that the boy and Mai climbed out of the pipeline. They rushed into the crowd and took off their coats to reveal the Spanish jersey. They hid perfectly among the crowded fans. The boy and Mai escaped successfully. But the task was small. Shuai's mutiny failed after all. But his old nest had a bad smile. It turned out that he had long noticed that there was a problem with Handsome Guy. He forged 3 coins in advance and gave them to Ziemi. So Handsome Guy took the fake. I input the coordinates on the coin into the computer. When I saw the location, Old Man was silent. It seems that if they want to get the security, they must take the risk again.
Welcome to the Bank of England.
I want to talk to this big film called The Vault. Is called the strongest intelligent crime film in 2021. It creatively combines the grand occasion of the World Cup with the art of theft. It stimulates the whole process without urine. Friends who like the type of bank robbery should not miss it. Well, today's story is here. Bye.